Welcome back to another episode of tutorials. So, in my last episode, we went ahead and made a bee farm that was actually pretty well made. The video itself sucked. I'll admit that. It sucked. It was a 40-minute long video, even with cutting down a whole lot. Trust me, I cut out a lot. I was going back and forth at the end, so I cut it all out. So, I want to redo that video here and make it somewhat manageable. So, let's just get into it. Alright guys, so I grabbed all the material that we'll need. As you can see in my hotbar, we're going to be starting very quickly. Let me just show you what I've gathered. I've gathered note blocks, sticky pistons, observers, chests, hoppers, dispensers, droppers, jungle planks, bee nest, block of gold, redstone torch, redstone dust, redstone repeater, redstone comparator, smooth stone slab, yellow wool, lime wool, brick wall, cobblestone, strip dark oak, oak slab, honey bottle, and empty bottle. So, let's just get right into it. I chose this location just because it's nice and beautiful, and because I want to just get this kind of looking nice. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over and you're going to place two jungle planks next to each other. You're going to go up 4, just like so. From here, you're going to place 2 bees nest, and then on top of this, you're going to place 4 golden blocks. So you have this nice wall. Beautiful. Come on to the back end and place 4 yellow wool. Just like this. From here, you're going to build 5 smooth stone slabs out from the wool. From here, you're going to take 6 yellow wool blocks all the way back to be even with this wool. Come over to the other side and do the exact same. Oh, it's getting dark. Let me sleep real quick. Alright, now that you have completed this nice platform on the back end of your bee farm, your bee's nest area, come on back here and take 2 comparators and place them on the smooth stone slabs. Take 5 redstone dust and make it so it wraps around to the top of this piece of wool. Come to the other side and do the exact same. As you can tell, this one already has a little bit of honey in it because of this bee right here. It got attracted to here earlier and popped into it. I think I may have destroyed his bee home when I was clearing this little piece of land to create this. From here, you are going to take 5 repeaters and place them all straight in one line, straight to about where the gold block is. Like so. Alright, from here you are going to place 2 dispensers, one on each side facing towards the bee's nest. Just like so. With this, you have created your bee harvester. Once a beehive is filled up all the way, this redstone signal will travel 5 redstone dust and hit these repeaters, which will then activate the dispenser, allowing the shears to harvest honeycomb, or you'll have bottles which will harvest your honey. From here, we are going to create the storage, pretty much the storage system for this. Let me grab the materials real quick. Alright, once you're at this point, what you're going to want to do is create your item filter for these dispensers. Place 3 wool blocks out, take this middle block, bring it down in a T shape, place 1 block here on the ground, and then place 1 block floating like this. You can have a block down here if you want, or a block over there if you want. It's just a waste of material. From here, take a repeater, face it from this wool block to this wool block. Take redstone dust, come along the top with 3. Come over here, place 1 comparator, like so. Place 1 redstone torch, and you have created your filter. Go ahead and create the same thing on the other side. Once you have both sides completed, go ahead and take 2 hoppers and place them towards the comparators, just like so. With this, go into the comparators, grab any block you want. I'm going to take cobblestone this time, place cobblestone along the back, take a stack of honey bottles, place it into the first slot. Come over here to the other hopper and do the exact same. Once you have done that, you will notice that the redstone is all lit up and ready for the filter to filter the items. From here, you're going to create your filter. Let me grab the materials. Okay, the materials you'll need is just a double chest, some hoppers, and some junglewood slabs. Go ahead and place your hoppers down in a, just by clicking the hopper above, just like this. Come over here and place a chest 1 away from your junglewood wall to leave this gap. Come behind, place 2 hoppers into your double chest, place 2 hoppers coming around to this point. Do the exact same on the other side. With this, you have created your storage system straight into your chest. You can take 2 slabs of junglewood planks and place them on top of the 2 hoppers that are above this chest, just like so. With this, you will notice that these torches turn back on and the redstone signal is no longer going all the way through. With this, you can tell if your storage system is working. With that, this one is not working, and the reason why is because we placed these 2 hoppers before we place these hoppers. So all that you got to do is take this honey out and redistribute it back into the dispenser up above, just like so. I did not mean to click that. And we'll just do the stack we had. With this, you will notice that the honey bottles are coming down into this chest. So, from here, what we're going to do is create the elevator. There are multiple ways to create this elevator. One way is to use a water stream with a bubble vader. Another way is to have an input chest on top of your build, or your contraption that feeds into a minecart rail. Another way is to have elevators, multiple elevators, at the locations of the dispensers. I'm going to go ahead and do the multiple elevators into the different dispensers, as it gives you practice on creating elevators. And not only elevators, but elevators that move sideways through droppers. So let's go ahead and build that contraption now. Okay, so what you're going to want to do for this is count out everything. From here, we're going to go out 2. By that, I mean this will be a note block. From there, that means this will be a note block. In turn, this would be a note block. If you want to make your contraption so it is very compact, which we are going to do, you're going to have this one be a note block, which means you will have to dig down, which I will go ahead and clear a path for our redstone. Alright, once you have your hole on this side, you can go ahead and just drop right into it. And you will need to do 2 things. The first is identify how far down you want to go. We know this level here will be the note block. That means this will be the observer, which means this will be an observer. So, what you're going to want to do is remember this and build accordingly. So for this, we are going to build it backwards, put a sticky piston here with an observer facing up. Place your redstone blocks, what you're going to use as redstone blocks, put them down. We're going to use light blue for our redstone for our 2 elevators. From here, place down 1 redstone repeater on 3 ticks. Put 1 redstone dust and a comparator. Next to this comparator, do a stack of droppers. This stack of droppers will be to just under the height of the dispenser. Come on over and place 2 droppers facing into the dispenser. It should look something like this. From here, what you're going to want to do is place 1 observer down facing towards the ground. Place a note block on top, then an observer, note block, observer, note block. Come on over, place an observer facing towards the note block with the back end facing towards the dropper. Do this on all note blocks. You can go ahead and delete the blocks that you were using as reference for the note blocks, because you do not want these note blocks, a little bit of a lag spike there, you do not want these note blocks to interfere with the redstone signal for the sorting system or for the beehive detection system. From here, you're going to build the same thing over on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, once you have completed that, this is what you should see on your build. Now again, you may not have these elevators on the sides, as you will rework the hopper lines to just go straight back from these dispensers, and you may have just a single elevator feeding multiple machines. I am doing it this way just because it just gives us more practice creating elevators. With this, what you're going to want to do is just test everything out to make sure it's working right. So take some glass bottles and just fill the dropper. As you can see, everything is firing off correctly. If we come up here, they're firing off correctly. Note blocks are going off. They're not getting stuck in this dropper, and they are being all fed into this dispenser. Go on over to the other side and test it out to make sure it's working correctly. As you can see, it started working immediately. Note blocks are going off. I do have the sound turned off because they are annoying. As you can see, they're not sticking here, not sticking here. They are going completely into the dispensers. Again, the more elevators you have, the more lag you may have on your server or in your world. So you may only have one elevator that's coming up to a chest that feeds a hopper line. From here, what you're going to want to do is just kind of decorate this whole entire build to make it fit in your world. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Alright, so as you can see, I've kind of created a front to this this nice beehive that we've got. And if you come back here, I started noticing that the that little bee has been working very hard in both hives. Well, actually, he's only been working in one hive, and he's almost created it to where it's going to fire off for us. Over here, what you're going to want to do is place 2 grass blocks, or if you want to get really fancy, you can do a whole row or a whole entire platform back here of just grass. We're going to limit it to just 2 grass for right now. Go ahead and place your two flowers, just like that, so they're sitting right above the golden blocks. Come on back around, and you're going to have to encase this with the bee inside of it. So we will wait until it's nighttime for this bee to go on in. But as you can see, the bee is about to go in, and he is about to create us some honey. So I'm going to put this glass in front real quick, and let's see what happens. Okay, so as you can see, we have trapped that bee inside of the hive area with the 2 flowers, and the bee just goes straight up the column, straight up to the flowers to get the pollen, and in order to create honey. Now this system launched and I did not empty this. However, we do have a clip from earlier that shows 16 bottles and 10 bottles. As you can see, there is 11. If we go inside the machine and take a look at the dispenser, you will see that it did fire off once, right here. As you can see, we did fill this whole thing up with full bottles, and as you can see, none are stuck in any of these droppers anywhere. So, with this, we are practically done. I just want to make it look really nice in the front in order for you to see how this thing works. Now, like I had said in my previous video, you are able to have extra hoppers and minecarts refilling this thing when it is needed. How would you do it? There are multiple ways. You can have the hopper line run out front here, off to the side here. You really can't do it in the middle unless you have all of this flipped over to the other side. So I am going to go ahead and place that hopper line in the middle, facing out front. Alright? Alright, so I've created a patch where the hoppers will run from these droppers. Just come on in and place the droppers down, like so. I did take out the jungle wood and the grass that was right here, just as a way to get out for myself. Come on over here, crouch, and hit both of these hoppers over to here. Go ahead and place a chest right on top, and with this, you have created an input chest. If we just go ahead and place a couple of hoppers in the first rows, you can see it does go fairly quickly, and both of these are receiving bottles. As you can see, this one refilled and this one is filling fairly quickly. So with this, everything is working correctly. Another thing that you can do to prevent lag and that kind of stuff is placing full blocks or going in and grabbing where is it? Grabbing composters and placing these composters on top of these hoppers. Just like so. Unless these hoppers are faced right into the composter, it's not going to update. This will reduce lag. So let me finish up the flooring here and the back of this building, and we will be done. Alright guys, so this project is completed. The bee farm is working very well, actually. As you can see from our output chest, we did receive one more. So yeah, just go ahead and get 6 bees inside this thing, and it will be producing a lot more than just this. And as you can see, this chest down here has completely emptied. So you can go ahead and copy this design if you want. It's just a simple build that I did with a really nice texture palette. So yeah. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you have any redstone, well, lag. If you like this episode, hit that like button. If you have any comments or any ideas on a future redstone contraption that I can tackle, or you think I can not tackle but want to see me try, leave a comment and subscribe to continue seeing some great tutorials. This is Nacho Zombies, and I am signing off. Boop.